If you don't like meatloaf, you might just suck at making it. Let me show you how to make the juiciest, most flavorful meatloaf you have had in your life. Now, the first ingredient is the meat. You're gonna go with about 1.5 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of ground pork. If you don't mess with pork, it's fine, just use all beef. About 2.5 pounds of ground is what you're looking for. Then you're gonna grab a shallot and 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. Now, a great hack is to take a microplane and grate the shallot and garlic down into the meat. This will help with consistency so you don't end up with like chunks of onion and garlic in your meatloaf. Then you're gonna add 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs and 1/2 cup of milk. Milk is what's gonna keep your meatloaf moist. Then you can crack in a couple of eggs, add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a couple tablespoons of ketchup, and some fresh parsley. Then you can season it with whatever you like. I'm using a little bit of garlic and herbs, salt, and pepper. Now, if you're a little prissy, you can use a spatula, but I like to just throw on some gloves and get in there with my hands, really work everything around. Then you can lay down some nonstick foil, plop your meat down, and form it into the shape of a loaf. It's going in a 350-degree oven for about an hour. In the meantime, you can get to work on those mashed potatoes and pour yourself a glass of wine. Now, for the glaze, you're going to start with a cup of ketchup, add about a tablespoon of yellow mustard, and a couple dashes of Worcestershire. Hit it with a little bit of Slap Your Mama and add about a tablespoon of brown sugar. Whisk that all together and let it just simmer. Once your meatloaf hits about 155 degrees internal, you can pull it out and coat it in that glaze. Then pop it back in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes to get nice and tacky. Then it's time to slice in, plate it up, and dig into this delicious homemade meatloaf.